I started a marketing agency with the father of the Jonas Brothers when I was 23, and this is how I did it. If you ever want to work in the music industry, follow along. I grew up playing classical violin, viola, and piano, so I knew I wanted music to be a part of my life. I just didn't know anything about the music industry. Fast forward to senior year of high school, and it's time for me to decide where I'm going to college. Long story short, I find out about Belmont University. I chose Belmont because I could get a business degree in music business. On top of that, Belmont is in Nashville, Music City, at the top of Music Row. You're in walking distance to all the major labels, management companies, publishing companies. My first week at Belmont, I hear a senior talking about how she interned for Scooter Braun. And I went back to my dorm and I googled Scooter Braun. I saw, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, Kanye West, like all these artists that he manages. And I'm like, man, my goal now is to be able to intern for him. But how can I intern for him? Be able to get these internships, you have to qualify for them. Easiest way to get these internships is to go on to the internship website and see what they look for in a candidate. I'm looking at this internship and I'm like, management, marketing. They want you to understand social media marketing. So you go down the list and you're like, how can I have a resume that reflects that I am a great candidate for this internship? I joined an organization where you get to manage different artists on campus. Then I did an internship at Warner Music Nashville. Through there, I was learning about the labels. I interned at Country Music Association, the CMA Awards. I put on CMA Fest. I was interning in digital there, so I was learning marketing. With all of that on my resume, I applied for this internship at Scooter Braun Projects, and I got it. And I also got an internship at Atlantic Records. But now what? I'm still a student. Like, I need to figure out what my next internships are. What do I want to do? How am I going to work in the music industry? How do I eventually get to starting a marketing agency with the father of the Jonas Brothers? I interned for CrowdSurf, which is a marketing agency for the music industry. We were doing marketing for Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez. Like, it was such a crazy internship. After that, I interned for the Recording Academy. I got to go to the Grammy Awards. I was a seat filler. Love that. I also interned at Universal in their streaming department. So at this point, I'm about to graduate from college. I need a job. And my resume has all of my on-campus organizations, but it also has internships at Warner Music Nashville, the CMAs, Atlantic Records, Scooter Braun Projects, CrowdSurf, Universal Music Group, and Recording Academy. I put in work. I get an offer from a marketing agency in Nashville that does a lot of country marketing. Brad Paisley, Randy Houser, Vince Gill, all of these country stars. So I start that job in my first week there. They're like, we have this artist. You are going to go to the label meeting. She's managed by Kevin Jonas. I immediately freak out because I'm like, Kevin Jonas of the Jonas Brothers. They're like, no, it's not Kevin Jonas. It's Kevin Jonas Sr., the father. And I'm like, okay, a little less stress, but still, like, you birthed the Jonas Brothers. So I go to this meeting, I meet Kevin Jonas Sr., and I start doing marketing for this artist over here. And it's going really, really well. So then he gives me another artist. So I start doing marketing for her. It goes really well. And then this band right here, who sings Make You Mine, starts blowing up. Like, put your hand in mine, ah, na 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 na, with you all the time. That was a TikTok hit. He asked me, like, hey Blair, I know they're not a client, but do you know anything about TikTok? It's like the early days of TikTok viral, so like, we got fib a little. So I'm like, yeah, of course I've got contacts at TikTok for sure. So I'm like, okay, I'm scrolling LinkedIn, finding every single person in the TikTok music department, making up emails, like trying to figure out, is it like first name dot last name at tiktok.com? Get a hold of the head of music at that time, and he starts giving me tips and tricks for how to keep a song going viral on TikTok. And pretty much a year after college, Kevin Jonas Sr. called me up and was like, hey, want to start a marketing agency with me? And I'm like, yes I do. And then I launched it with him. So put in the time, get as much hands-on experience as possible, and crazy things can happen. I ran that company for 2.5 years, and now I have my own company. Check it out. It's called Chaos Creators.